Here we have this lovely flowing river that we are about to construct a massive dam project in. Here is the first part of the install.
As you can see, the water is backing up into the city we have.
Second part of the install. We got the third part of the install.
The city is now completely flooded. The river has flooded the banks.
And the
The flow downstream has been significantly decreased.
Here at Clear Creek Constructors, we're about to remove this dam. And voila.
If you're an engineer working on a dam project and you don't want to end up like these residents, follow these criteria. The first criteria for sustainable community development projects is to engage the affected community members. In order for an engineering project to be successful, the community members should be active participants in the design process. Their thoughts and opinions should be considered, and even after the project is completed, their involvement should be encouraged. In the case of the Yacyretá Dam project in Argentina and Paraguay, the locals were largely ignored and in some cases forcibly removed from their homes and their land. This unsuccessful engagement of the community has led the dam to have incredibly poor public perception and widespread disapproval.
The second criteria in having a sustainable dam project is minimizing the environmental impact. Dams are usually created with good intentions like providing clean energy or storing water or providing flood management, but there are some unintended consequences sometimes with creating dams. Some of these consequences might be ecology loss or improved water quality. Also, another unintended consequences could be loss of species or ecosystems. An example of this is the Glen Canyon Dam provided over 1,000 megawatts of power to the southeastern United States. However, water quality was improvised, species were lost, ecology was damaged, and overall it was considered a environmental loss in an unsustainable project.
The third criteria is that communities should be able to maintain infrastructure created by projects. In normal community development projects, we would expect the communities to be completely self-sustaining after the project. But in large infrastructure projects like dams, engineers would be expected to work on the dams no matter what. The best way to counteract this problem is to get engineers from the community to work on the dams, or educate engineers. The Tennessee River Valley Authority, which runs all the dams in the Tennessee River Valley, provides funding to STEM programs in the valley area. This encourages recruitment of engineers from the local community. It is also very important in dam projects that the infrastructure is maintained and does not fail, or else there will be a large amount of life lost.
Fourthly, a dam project should always aim to improve social justice.
Social justice can be improved in many various ways when installing a dam. For instance, social justice could be improved by determining who or what sort of governing body controls the water flow and the energy produced by the dam. When it comes to removing a dam, social justice may be restored to various community members. In the Elwha and the Glines Project Dam, social justices were given back to the Native Americans who were kicked off of their land over 100 years ago and now are able to practice their sacred fishing ceremonies that they haven't been able to do since the dam was installed in 1907.
The fifth and final criteria for a successful sustainable engineering community development project is that it should create or improve economic opportunities in a community. By creating new jobs, producing energy to sell, storing water, or increasing tourism, dam projects have a lot of potential to stimulate the economy in a community. Dams frequently bring in much needed water and energy to a community, both of which are resources that could improve industry. In the case of the Glen Canyon Dam project in Arizona, one of the main economic benefits of the project was the increase in tourism brought by the flooding of the reservoir behind the dam. The water storage created by the dam also brought water to the dry, arid land, which allowed agriculture to be possible.
In order to meet and exceed in the 5 criteria we have mentioned, it's important to maintain a good mindset throughout the engineering project and the initial stages. One mindset is to maintain flexibility and stay adaptable throughout the entire project and in the initial stages. For example, Ethan Faber took months to come up with his project idea in Guatemala. So it's good to not come into a project thinking you need to do something or you have to build a certain thing. Also, you can be flexible with using local resources and local knowledge to come up with better ideas on how to improve the affordability and the quality of your project.
Secondly, engineers should be willing to question authority on ethics and project planning. Many large infrastructure projects require engineers to work in a hierarchy, which makes this difficult. Also, the U.S. schooling system does not encourage questioning authority. The business-client professional relationship also does not encourage questioning authority.
Thirdly, engineers should also realize that there's more than just numbers to any project. Engineers tend to get stuck in the vacuum of analyzing and doing different math to create the best solution for the scenario that they're given. But they have to realize that there's a community living there that will be affected by what they do. They have to take into consideration how the community may interact with their project, how much day-to-day usage the community will have with their project, or how the community will maintain the project. Engineers need to understand that there's more than just numbers to any sort of environmental, sustainable community development project.
The last idea is to be prepared, as the Boy Scout motto states. Do your research ahead of time, figure out as much information as you can about an area you plan on doing a project in, but don't let that research make your decisions for you. Also, you need to do your preparation as far as improving your communication skills, whether it's learning a new language or being able to understand the culture. That also involves being prepared and knowing information about ESCD concepts, knowing mindsets, whether it's planner versus searcher mindsets. It would be good to have an education in sustainable community development or read and learn on your own, just so you don't end up like the poor residents on the mini Clear Creek Dam. Follow our criteria and our mindsets and you'll be golden.
How could working on dams be related to other SCD projects? What types of special considerations would you have to take to work on a dam project? Some dams are considered environmentally sustainable. How could we better categorize dams to improve communicating sustainable versus unsustainable dams? Large dams, small dams, run-of-river dams, etc. Do you think that older dams that are no longer functional or do not serve a purpose should be removed? What if the community members aren't interested and don't care about removing the dam?